All right, and one last story, and we'll get out of here.
All right.
Here's one that, this is always interesting to me because as a adolescent young male, if you and I know that, according to some of your stories, you had ample opportunity as a adolescent male to get a little action.
Sure.
Even as a teenager.
As a young buck.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, apparently a New Jersey woman who went by the nickname of China White pleaded guilty Wednesday to forcing a 16-year-old girl from New York into prostitution.
Oh, wow.
16-year-old. Jessica Copeland, 29, pleaded guilty to second-degree facilitating human trafficking. New Jersey Attorney General Christopher Perino said in a news release. Under the plea agreement, prosecutors will recommend that Copeland be sentenced to 6 years in state prison with no parole for 3 years.
Wow.
This defendant threatened a 16-year-old girl with violence to keep her trapped in a hellish life of sexual slavery.
Yeah.
Perino said in a news release, "This is a classic case of human trafficking in which the perpetrator isolated and intimidated a vulnerable victim so they could exploit her for the profit."
And she only got 6 years?
Only 6 years with 3 mandatory.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really weak sentence. That's fucked up.
Prosecutors said that Copeland acted as a boss or bottom over the prostitutes in a ring that operated in New Jersey motels and advertised on Backpage.com. I've never looked at that, but I've had a few people message me and say, you really need to look at Backpage.com.
Right.
A classified ad site that has become a portal for sex traffickers.
Right.
She was indicted in April of 2015 as one of the 5 people accused of trafficking the girl from Brooklyn to New Jersey, where they made her work as a prostitute at area motels.
Okay.
Authorities said that the ring was run by Glenn Bowman, Sr., 42, of Newark, and his wife, Ernestine Bowman, 32, of Orange, New Jersey. Ernestine Bowman pleaded guilty in December to second-degree facilitating human trafficking and faces a recommended sentence of 10 years in prison. So this Bowman chick, she got 10 years, and the other girl only got 6 with 3 mandatory.
Right. Wow. Doesn't make sense, does it?
I guess. Bowman Sr. faces pending first-degree charges of conspiracy, human trafficking, and promoting prostitution of a minor, according to the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
The couple's son, Glenn Bowman, 23, of Brooklyn, previously pleaded guilty to second-degree conspiracy to promote prostitution and faces 7 years in prison. Wow, this is old family business.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah, we're in the prostitution business. We do a little loan sharking.
Right.
We run some gambling rings. We got prostitution. What do you want?
Right.
We got it all here. The investigation began as an undercover operation by the South Hackensack Police Department when an officer responded to an advertisement that included a photo of a very young-looking female with her breastises exposed.
Wow.
These people are bold.
Yeah, just put the underage kids' naked photos in the back pages.
Sure,
nice.
Why not?
Sounds good.
The officer phoned the number in the ad on October of 2014, and a woman told him that he could have full sex for $160 cash.
Wow.
At a motel on Route 46 in South Hackensack.
Seems pretty good price.
$160.
Not bad.
The undercover officer was directed to a room where a teenage girl answered the door and reported that the price for full sex was $160. She accepted $160 in cash, officials said. When the officers asked why the bathroom door was closed, the girl had another woman, 33-year-old Tokina Williams, come out. At that time, backup officers entered and arrested Williams and the teenage girl. The teenage girl was found to be 16 years old, who was reported missing in New York, and was the young female whose breastises were exposed in the photo, in the ad, in the Backpage.com ad.
Oops.
Yep.
Wow.
A further investigation revealed that the defendants lured the 16-year-old victim into the life of prostitution. The victim met Bowman Jr. in Brooklyn several months earlier. He allegedly conspired with his father, Bowman Sr., to traffic her to New Jersey to work in a prostitution ring.
This is so fucked up.
I know, really. But this apparently goes on quite a bit from what I understand.
Yeah, it's just a mess, though. Just yikes.
Yes, it is. It is alleged that both Glenn Bowman Sr. and Copeland threatened the 16-year-old girl with physical violence if she did not follow their rules and perform to their expectations. We'll continue to partner with the law enforcement at all levels to detect and aggressively prosecute human traffickers. We urge members of the public to call us if they see young women in suspicious circumstances or other indicators of potential human trafficking. So there you go. The people out there trafficking around young people, young
ladies. Ugh, just horrible, dude. It's like, I don't want to just keep beating this horse over and over, but this is why I hate people. Because this is what you're dealing with. And just douchebags like this. And what's more amazing is that this fucking douchebag was able to find a douchebag wife person to be just as douchey with him.
Right.
Which, just tragic.
Well, it's just the family business. That's what we do.
You got to do something for a living, right?
Yeah. This brings in good cash.
Yeah, I guess. But what a mess.
Yeah. Well, we got enough time for one short one.
All right.
Well, apparently the nut doesn't fall far from the tree.
Okay.
And this is ridiculous. I mean, this is just it just goes to show that sometimes there's a sickness that is basically transferred within a family just due to what I guess you would call it setting the example.
Right, just osmosis from being in the environment.
Yeah. It's what you learn. I guess it's a learned behavior.
Right.
Well, I'm going to play this little clip here, and then I'll get into it.
Okay.
You're listening to Jerry Sandusky's favorite radio program, The Classic Metal Show.
Little child, dry your crying eyes. How can I explain the fear you feel inside?
All right, well, get this.
All right.
As most people know, if you followed any kind of news, former athletic director Jerry Sandusky from Penn State University, he got sentenced to jail for child sexual abuse.
Sure.
Well, get this.
Okay.
Jerry Sandusky's son pleads guilty to child sexual abuse.
Are you kidding me?
His son.
Is this from the same time or is this after he
Well,
did something?
it's recent here. Let's find out what the deal is.
God.
Jerry Sandusky pleaded guilty to 14 counts of child sexual abuse on Friday.
Oh, my God.
Sandusky, 41, is the son of Jerry Sandusky, the disgraced Pennsylvania State University football coach, who was convicted on sexual crimes against children in 2012.
Wow.
You believe it's already been that that long? 2012?
Yeah.
Sandusky's charges, which originate in Center County, Pennsylvania, stem from incidences with 2 girls.
Okay.
In 2016, he asked one girl to send him explicit photos of herself.
Whoops.
After the incident came to light, a girl came forward and told authorities Jeffrey had asked her for oral sex in 2013.
Oh, boy.
He apparently tried to convince them it was okay to engage with him because he had studied medicine.
Right.
Bad medicine. Sandusky's guilty pleas will land him in jail for at least 3 years, with the judge being able to impose a sentence up to 8 years.
Right.
Upon release, he'll be forced to register as a sex offender.
Wow.
The outcome also ensures the victim need not suffer the trauma and re-victimization of testifying at the trial, and importantly, the defendant will have to comply with strict sex offender registration requirements with the remainder of his life.
Oh, boy.
His trial was set to begin next week, so a judge is expected to hand down a sentence soon. Jerry Sandusky, 73, is currently in the midst of a 30 to 60 year sentence for his numerous crimes against children while he was at Penn State.
Wow. How'd you like to be the other son, John? How'd you like to be that guy? That guy was like, I don't know if you know this, but that guy, when Jerry Sandusky was going through his shit, he was an executive with the Browns. John Sandusky, who's been since let go, obviously, but how'd you like to be that guy? You know, this guy probably, you know, every time anybody sees this guy who's never done anything wrong, they're looking at him like he must be fucking kids.
Right.
Because not only did the dad, but now his brother. Oh, it's poor. I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah. So, you know, that just goes back to the, you know, I guess the sickness that seems to be prevalent in certain households.
It just sucks, though.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know why it continues? Because we don't put these people down.
Well, they do. Well, yeah, put them down. Yeah, they end up going to jail or something. But as far as just like taking them out,
I mean, there's potential for not Jerry Sr., but Jerry Jr. to get out. There's potential for him to be out again, right? What was his sentence?
It was 6 years.
6 years. He's what, 42?
Yeah, 41.
So he'll be out in the prime of his kid fucking years. and what, you think he's going to all of a sudden just abstain now?
Well, he's gonna straighten up his life and turn his life over to Jesus. And
sure, because he sits around once a week in a circle saying, "Oh, I remember when I did those bad things." You know, with a bunch of other kid touchers. Yeah, that'll do it.
Right.
Stop it. They should take him out back and plant one in his skull. And the same with his dad. If you start doing that, you're going to see less people, you know, this whole thing of, I can't fight the urges. I can't. Yeah, you can. You can definitely fight the urges if you know you're going to take one in the skull. And you're going to be dead if you get caught. You're going to see less people that can't fight the urges. Some maybe can't. And you know what? If they can't, then they need to be gone anyway, don't they? Do we really want kid touchers around?
No, the thing is that people won't accept that, you know, you really don't have anything more to contribute.
Yeah.
So it's just better if we get rid of you.
But that's just the way it is. There's nothing left. Do we really want volatile potential kid touchers out there?
No.
Just get rid of them.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's that whole group of bleeding hearts out there that believe that everyone is good and everyone can be, you know, rehabbed and, you know, we can find the best in you and all, you know, all this other nonsense.
You know, I'm not one to generally support the Muslim faith, but I'll tell you what, the Islamic people, they know how to deal with this problem.
Right.
They deal with this problem. Well, maybe not this problem. Just the gay problem. But no, because they like to fuck kids, don't they?
I don't know.
I think the underage isn't that the Islamic guys marry like the 10-year-olds?
Well, yeah, but they don't look at that as being, molesting children or anything. They just look at that as a religious right, or she's my wife now. She's legal. She's my wife.
Well, maybe that's what Jerry Jr. should claim.
Mm-hmm.
Should have just said he was courting women to be his wife.
Right.
He was just test driving. That's all. Test driving and Allah Akbar and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
That would work. I don't know. Kid touching is just the worst. Just fucking shoot him.
Yep.
Just shoot him in the head and be gone. And speaking of being gone, let's be gone.
Yeah, let's be gone. All right. Well, we're not going to be here next week.
Nope.
I'm going to be out of town. And so Chris is going to take a relaxing weekend off.
Yes, I am.
He's going to recharge his batteries, and we'll come back in 2 weeks, and we'll give you a new show.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I was thinking about maybe ending the show with some Benedictum.
Okay.
Have you heard from Veronica lately since your last long-time phone call?
I have been hearing from Veronica a lot. Her and I are working on something that I'm not quite ready to announce yet. But
okay.
I actually programmed two Amazon boxes for her today.
All right.
She sent me 2 boxes and said, hey, fix these up. It's like, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's doing okay.
All right.
She's coming out of her haze a little bit.
Yeah. Her purple haze. Yeah,
exactly. But she's fine. She's moving along well, and her and I will have something to announce soon.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to leave you with something from Benedictum's Obey release. I'm going to leave you with some Retrograde.
Best tune that she's ever done.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So here it is. It's Benedictum featuring Veronica Freeman on lead vocal. So until 2 weeks from tonight, this is Neely along with my very good friend,
Chris Hagan.
And we are gone.
Bye, kids.
This is Veronica from Benedictum, and there's something really wrong up in here. On the Classic Metal Show!